Production and consumption of tokens, that is intelligence, and what Cerebras does such a good job at, Grok as well with NVIDIA, is producing very low latency inference tokens. There is room for more than one winner, to your point, Scott. This idea that NVIDIA was going to lose share, you're right, is the thing that capped NVIDIA at $180. But I think the world woke up to the fact that notwithstanding Cerebras' success, notwithstanding Broadcom's success, notwithstanding the success of Trainium and the TPU, NVIDIA was still going to sell everything.
There were 5 companies in the S&P 500 that specifically said on their conference calls this earnings season, they can't believe the cost of compute and tokens. That is now becoming a material factor in the profitability of the enterprise users of AI and all of these products. Does a company like Cerebras or many companies like that, is what we're seeing the race to solve that problem so that the price of compute doesn't outrun our willingness to do more and more things with AI?
Right? Remember, in the early phases, 23 and 24, we were solving for pre-training of LLMs. That required a lot of flops, right? We weren't consuming a lot of inference. Now the models themselves to learn, they need to have an inference loop. Agents require inference, and ChatGPT exploded. So the world moved from flops to being able to solve what they call the memory wall, moving KB cache and moving these model weights around on a chip. And the way that Cerebras, remember, we invested in Cerebras 8 to 9 years ago. And the idea was a long shot, that they could do something nobody had ever done and put memory right on this wafer scale chip, right next to the compute. They pulled it off, and the world moved to them. Now it really matters. They have an unlimited amount of demand for the product. So the challenge for NVIDIA today, the challenge for Cerebras is, can we find the power? Can we find the data centers to stand up all of this in order to support it? The one thing you heard on all those calls, Josh, whether it was Amazon or Google, we are compute constrained. Our revenues would be higher if we weren't compute constrained.
Right.
Anthropic's compute constrained, OpenAI's compute constrained. Cerebras will help solve part of that constraint.
Speaking of demand, you priced at 185. The indication is 335. As we await the very first trade, you will see it here. I promise you that. If it happens within the next 50 minutes, you will see it, and we'll discuss it. I want to get back to that in a minute, but the man sitting, quiet to your right is the one who I have to get to today, who has heard all this bullishness about NVIDIA, and I don't think feels any differently, but just trim the stock.
Yeah,